What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Facebook community. Happy Friday. How is everybody doing? These weeks this year just feel like they're going by so fast. I don't know about you guys. It's hard to believe that we're approaching March already. So much going on. I'm excited. Got a trip coming up here, end of the month, and it's just going to be powerful. So I'm just streaming live from Facebook now. We're talking about epic empowerment, rising above crisis situations, and boy, oh boy, what an opportunity we've had over the past year to see what we're made of, see what we're built from, see what really resides in the depths and in the core of our DNA. And it's just so crazy, right? Because pressure, what pressure does is it just really brings to the surface what's inside of us. It really brings out, blowing up my screen here. It really brings out of us what's in the depths of our core, in the depths of the core of our being, of our heart, of our mind, of our soul. It gives us this opportunity to find out what we're really made of. And so, strength is honed during crisis. Strength is built during adversity. Strength and courage is cultivated during times of opposition. I was just hanging out with my buddy Pete Vargas, business coach. He's doing a challenge this week, Your Message Matters Challenge. And we were just talking about how, when crisis hit during the spring of 2020, how he had to make some massive pivots, right, in his own life and business and transition when, fear and panic were setting in. And so, that part of that pivot, part of that shift and transition was he did this 21-day challenge, Rise Up World Challenge, that just became this extraordinary epic event, with well over 100,000 people in the Facebook community. And I was a part of that as well. And so I've learned, as I know so many of you have, to embrace crisis situations, to embrace times of adversity and look for the opportunity that is resident in that crisis moment. So often, right, it's in our DNA when adversity comes, when opposition comes, crisis, and even just controversy in general, right? Relational controversy. We tend to try and run from it, right? We tend to dismiss ourselves from the situation or shy away from it instead of embracing it and saying, what can I learn in this opportunity and situation? What can be honed and forged within each and every one of us in the fires of adversity when we subject and submit ourselves to the furnace of affliction? Dude, if we will learn to embrace adversity, opposition, crisis, we can learn to cultivate such extraordinary strength and momentum. This entire crisis over the past year has just increased my own resolve, right? I'm a man of perseverance. I'm a man of courage. I've been beat down a lot of times in my life. I've went through some serious crap, but I didn't allow it to define who I was, right? I didn't allow it to keep me down. It's okay to get knocked down, okay? It's okay to get beat down left reeling, spinning like a TKO, KO knockout, right? What's not okay is to not get back up again. What's not okay is to stay there and to wallow in the pity and the fear and the discouragement and the hopelessness. I was talking with an associate the other day, and we were just talking about just that sense of hopelessness that we feel coming from humanity, right? In so many different ways, that how easy it is at times for the human race to just wallow, in that place where um, they just want to stay there. They want to stay there and live there, and that apathy and complacency and indifference is so overpowering and captivating so many hearts and minds that people become paralyzed, right? Because fear paralyzes us, inaction paralyzes us. And we've often heard the saying that idleness is the devil's playground, right? When we're idle, we're not moving forward, we're not growing, we're not learning, we're not progressing. And so we become stagnant. We start to rot within, literally. Can't necessarily see it, but at times we're dying on the inside. And I know for me personally, when I'm not following the path I'm supposed to be on, when I'm not fulfilling the mission and the purpose that I'm called to, right? And it's okay to get distracted. It's okay. We all get derailed at times. But if I stay in there, I become idle. I get distracted and I start to deteriorate. And like that hopelessness that can try to overtake our hearts and our minds, just, I mean, literally can grow like a gangrene and just start to paralyze all areas of our lives. So sometimes in these difficult seasons, right, the most difficult thing to do is to keep moving, to keep going, even if we're just taking baby steps. Yeah, iron sharpens iron, Joe. You nailed it. Life ain't rainbows and butterflies, is it, brother? Life is full of challenges and adversity, and that is what can define our character. Now, I'm a person that believes that our character is so very important. And who are we becoming ultimately, right? I mean, we can talk the talk, but are we walking the walk, right? Are we really doing our best to live it day in and day out? Are we just putting on a show, right? Are we just literally wearing an illusionary mask that isn't real? When we are not our true authentic selves, eventually we're going to get exposed, right? Nobody can wear that mask forever. Eventually, if you are not being sincere, if you are not being authentic, if you are not being vulnerable and transparent with who you are, and that goes for not only our strengths but our weaknesses. My gosh, how many times have we fell flat on our face? How many times have we failed? For me, more times than I can count. So I've learned to embrace failure, to fail forward, not run from failure, not wallow in the fear of failing, but to embrace it, to learn from it, to grow from it, and to rise high. So, literally, the opportunity to become epically empowered during crisis situations and scenarios is unprecedented. Like my personal growth and fortitude and resilience has just gone to astronomical levels over the past year. And again, I told you, just like you, right? I've been through a lot of crap. I continue to go through crap. We all have situations we have to deal with, and drama, and challenges that we'd rather not be in, especially when it comes at times, right, to family members and close friends and associates and things like that. The business, it's no different, right? I am still in the middle of some challenging, adverse business situations, even with all the success I've had in my business over the past year, right? And so at times, like, you just want to throw in the towel and say, screw it, man, I'm done with this, forget about it. But you have to recenter yourself and realize, okay, I need to weather the storm. I need to weather the storm within. I need to ride this wave out so that I can learn and grow from it, become better, become stronger. Dude, I'm such an imperfect person. I mean, for real, have you met anybody perfect out there? I mean, what kind of illusionary fantasy is that, right? I've mentioned before, right, that I grew up a preacher's kid with parents who are marriage and family counselors, and I don't know where, right, this illusion was created when people enter into a romantic relationship, an intimate relationship, right? That it's Prince Charming and Princess Perfect. Those people do not exist on planet Earth. We are all human beings that are flawed, imperfect, full of quirks, idiosyncrasies, that just can annoy other people. We annoy us ourselves, right? But again, that's the power of embracing imperfection in ourselves as well as in other people. And that doesn't mean if it's an area of weakness, it's an area that's dragging us down, that we're not willing to change it or trying to change it, right? One of the things about self awareness, self transformation, internal growth is that it's progressive, it's constant. We need to continually be um, seeking, right, to better ourselves, like each and every day, even if it's just in minor, small, minuscule ways. A book that I've been reading that I just love, Atomic Habits, right? It's those little habits that start to build that greater fortitude and strength that we're talking about, right? So many people, they want to make these massive overnight life changes, but they're not sustainable, right? They're just not sustainable. And so, during the challenge this week, right, we're just talking about how important it is to get our message and our story out there to the world, right? To, step out of our comfort zones, to step out of the fear and take a leap of faith, right? To put ourselves out there. It's so important, just like I'm doing right now, sharing from the heart, right? Sharing from life experiences, the wisdom that we've all gleaned from the trials and the adversities that have defined who we are, that have forged our character, can be so powerful. Your personal testimonial life stories and the impact, right, that they can have on somebody else out there who just might be struggling right now. We have no idea. We have no idea. And we have to be willing to take that risk and put ourselves out. One of the big steps that we took last year, myself and five amazing other human beings, in 6 short weeks, put together a full 3-day virtual global summit, the Path to Powers World Summit. And we had 50 plus speakers, all who were giving away free extraordinary gifts to attendees, hundreds of attendees. I mean, by all rights, that should have taken us months to put together. And we managed to do it in 6 weeks. And it was just, I mean, it was beautiful. It was this extraordinary event that was so personal, right? You just, we hear about the challenge right now of how physical stages have gone away, and it's so hard, to get that personal impact. Well, we had it on a virtual stage. People were having emotional impact, relational impact. And so that is, that's the change, that's the pivot, that's the transition our world is facing. And we hear the saying, the world is a stage. It's so true. But from the comfort and privacy of your home or your computer, or, your iPhone, your smartphone, whatever, you have a stage, right? We're just live on Clubhouse, right? I opened up a Clubhouse room while I'm streaming live from Facebook here too, right? I mean, there's just so many opportunities for our voice to resonate and echo out there in the world today if we're willing to just put ourselves out there. And so, sometimes having courage, coming together with the right people who share the vision, who share similar ethics, heart, mind, similar vision or whatever, can create such powerful and intimate collaboration. And it doesn't mean you don't have it all figured out. We didn't have it all figured out when we came together. I mean, there was a massive learning curve, right? And there was pressure. We were under the gun. At times we were sweating bullets, right? It is a lot, all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, right? Backstage and breakout rooms, from a live Zoom that you're streaming live to the Facebook around the world. I mean, it's no joke. It's a team effort. Nobody should be out there, trying to play Lone Ranger. You don't have to be when you have the potential to just, put your heart and your soul and mind together with other human beings, right? That just want to rock it with you, that want to have, a massive impact to inspire and empower and encourage other people. And we just wanted to serve. We just wanted to serve powerfully. We wanted people to grow. We wanted people to feel, not just know that there was hope on the other side of this crisis, but to feel that hope, to feel that courage that had been so emblazoned into our hearts and minds, so that they could know this is not the end, right? I can rise up. Oh, I lost my job. I lost my business. Now we're here learning how to create a virtual stage, a digital course, a business that we can run from our homes. I mean, the testimonials of people that attended our summit who had created a sustainable home business. I mean, it's just extraordinary. And even more than that, hey, Jody, good to see you. I'm streaming live here on Facebook, so I just wanted to open this Clubhouse room as well. What was even more powerful was to hear the testimonies of people who did lose their job or found themselves losing income and revenue, but said, you know what? I'm going to take advantage of this situation to start following my passion, to start following the dream and the vision that's always been inside of my heart. And holy Toledo Batman, they took hold of that. Whereas before, right, they were scared to lose their job. They were scared to get laid off. And all of a sudden, they were here at this crossroads of crisis with a massive opportunity to take a leap of faith, to step out, to put themselves out there, to step out of their comfort zone and create something that they'd always dreamed of doing. I mean, dreams are being fulfilled in the midst of crisis if you will just have the courage to follow your heart. And so, we did this 3-day global virtual summit, the Path to Power Summit. We have a Facebook community, right? Community group, Path to Power's Facebook community. It's a public group. People can come in there and just join and be encouraged and inspired and just build that hope. All we're here doing is being catalysts, right? It's not about us. It's about everybody else out there in the world who's struggling, who's feeling discouraged, who's feeling hopeless, right? Our kiddos, I'm a dad of 3. Our kiddos are struggling. I got a teenager, right, that's struggling with the disconnect, the disassociation that this crisis has caused. And so we have an opportunity as adults, as parents, as leaders, as influencers, right? To help encourage our own kids, to help them realize, right, that the whole world is a stage and somebody needs to hear your story. Somebody needs to hear how you overcame an adverse situation, how you overcame discouragement, how you overcame thoughts of suicidal tendencies, or you helped a friend, right, who was struggling and just ready to end it all. Like, we understand what it feels like to be in that situation where the emotions are so overpowering that you are completely hopeless and helpless. I've been there as an individual. I've been there as a parent. I've shed more tears than I could ever count, and I get it. And it's why I do what I do. Like, my family is first, right? It's priority. Faith, God, family. But the reason that I continue to show up on social media is not because I'm trying to create a following. It's not because I'm trying to get people to like my posts. It's because I am here to serve humanity, because I knew the Creator had given me courage. Trust me, it's easy at times, right? I've had to do it. Just step back. Hey, Victoria, good to see you on Clubhouse. Step back, like walk away. I'm streaming live here on Facebook. And just say, you know what? I'm not going to go on social anymore. I'm too busy. I got too many clients, and I'm not going to neglect my family. But that's why I keep showing up, you guys. I keep showing up because I am not going to give up on other people, because God didn't give up on me, because other people didn't give up on me, because other people believed in me and the message that I had to share, and because I believe in you and the message that you have to share, the story that is so emblazoned inside your heart and soul that needs to be out there in the world, that needs to be told, that needs to be heard, that needs to be shared. So I'm just here to nurture and to love and to lock arms with you, because together we are so much better than on our own. Together we are so much more powerful than when we're isolated. And look at what this crisis did to so much of our fellow human race. It tried to isolate them. It's still doing it. It's trying to isolate and segregate and pull us apart, to rob us of true fellowship and intimacy and relationship. But I don't know about you guys. I ain't having it. I'm not going to accept it. I don't have to. I am going to continue to reach out and tell people, no matter how isolated you feel, no matter how alone you feel, you are not alone. And hear me now, Facebook, Clubhouse, you are not alone. Sometimes we feel like we're not getting heard, right? That nobody wants to hear what we have to say. That's not true. I break that lie off of you. Your voice needs to be heard. Your story needs to be told. The compassion and the empathy that you have for your brothers and sisters in humanity needs to be felt. And if we can't, by gosh, if we can't do it face to face, like, it's hard for me, right? I love the physical events, right? I love, speaking in a room and being able to hug on necks, man. So it's hard. It's hard on me too. But I'm not going to let it stop me. I'm not going to let it hold me back from continuing to reach out and be a voice and just be a conduit of compassion and empathy for others, so that they can continue to find their strength and to find their courage. Yeah, Joe, we're locking arms, dude, aren't we? I mean, I appreciate you, man. And it's just like, if we can't have integrity, if we can't tell it how it is, forget about it. I'm not interested. People don't get that, man. I'm not out to impress anybody. I'm going to love you whether you love me, hate me, like me, dislike me. It doesn't matter. I had to get tough. I had to acquire rhino hide from all the crap that I went through, so that I could suck it up and get stronger. I'm going to keep coming back. Yeah, I love your loved your Rocky Balboa quote, man. It's just no matter how hard you get, right? You got to get back up again. You got to suffer those blows. You got to take those shots. But you got to allow it to make you stronger. Suck it up. I mean, in all areas, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, physically, every day, right? I'm trying to crush it in my home workouts every day. Wake up with a mindset of gratitude and appreciation, no matter what's on my plate, no matter what I got to get done. And holy cow, I have so much to be grateful for, having the most successful past business year of my life. It's been extraordinary. But even if it wasn't, I'm not going to sit there and wallow and complain and let discouragement eat me alive like gangrene. I'm not. And together we don't have to. We're all going to go through. That's the power about community, right? That's the power in a family community, is that when one of us is down, the other one's there to pick us up, right? And when one's flying high, we're all flying high together. We're soaring like eagles above the clouds. We're there. We're there on guard to defend our brothers and sisters. I mean, we've got to start looking out for each other, Too many people out there just looking out for number one, right? They couldn't give a rip about other people. But we need each other, you guys. We need each other. We need to recognize that we need each other, that we can learn from each other, that we can grow together, that we can set sail together, that we can build a ship together that will take us wherever we want to go in life. You heard me say it so often, right? That some of the negativity I grew up with, just waiting for my ship to come in. One day my ship's going to come in. Nuh-uh. Ain't coming. Sorry to bust your bubble. You got to go out and build your ship. You got to go out and create it. Go build your ship and then let it sail you wherever you want to go. Like Mark Wahlberg, one of my favorite movies, right? Metalpreneur here, right? Rockstar. One point in the movie, Mark says, follow your dreams, man. Follow your dreams. Right? Some of us as adults, we've stopped dreaming. We've lost that special childlike ability to dream and envision what's in our heart, what could be. Man, you got to start dreaming again. You got to let the vision in your heart come alive again. Then you got to follow it. You got to follow your dreams, follow your heart, follow the vision, find your courage. Man, I love doing this. This is what it's all about for me. If I can inspire, I don't care if I'm people, if I can just inspire and encourage one person that can get up out of their adverse situation right now where they're in and just rise up higher, it's worth it. It's worth it for me. So that's that, you guys. I'm going to get back to family. I'm just going to close with this and say, get out there. Put yourself out there. Take epic action. Do something that you haven't done before. Take a risk. Do something that makes you afraid so that you can find your courage and just step out there and see what can happen. There's such limitless potential within you, limitless possibilities that are awaiting you if you'll just take that leap of faith. All right? Have a rockin' Friday. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stay warm. Man, I'm done with the winter. I'm done with the cold. A lot of people struggling, power outages, things like that. Hearts and prayers go out to everybody. I'm so excited. At the end of the month, I am taking a trip. It's going to be an incredible week-long fitness retreat in an amazing resort. And I am just going to get locked and loaded, focus, build my business out, get physical, hours of exercise every day. And I'll try and come to you live whenever I can. So again, have a great weekend. Appreciate you guys. Direct message me if I can serve you in any way. Heroes Legacy Process. Powerful presentation that I do, estate planning presentation around becoming the hero of your legacy. Wills, trusts, and probate. things you probably never thought of. If you would like to register for that presentation, just go to calebkidcoy.com, kid with two D's in the middle, calebkidcoy.com/legacy, and register for that. And I look forward to the opportunity to serve you. Take care, you guys.